The top stories: Prime Minister serves Christmas lunch to Defence Force soldiers. Soca Monarch winners announced, and St. Kitts welcomes Silver Dawn's inaugural visit. The details on these stories and more after the break.
We love plenty gal ting. Every day we snouting, say boom.
Yo, this is Skinny Fabulous, and I'm inviting you to be ready this carnival season with Courts Ready Cash. Get up to $20,000 cash right now. No deposit needed, and it's completely hassle-free. You will have your money in your hand in less than 24 hours. What are you waiting for? Don't miss the vibes this carnival season. It's all about Courts Ready Cash. Ready when you are.
Thinking bad, all my friend them stinking mad. We be having drinking bad. Martin call me the drinking god.
Mosoka, 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 Mosoka.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. The hard work and dedication of the soldiers of the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force were recognized on Thursday at the hosting of the SKNDF annual Christmas luncheon. As is tradition, members of the Security Board, as well as Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, were in attendance to show appreciation to the soldiers. In addressing the gathering, Defence Force Commander Lieutenant Colonel J. Anthony Comrie stated that the tradition, which dates back to the 18th century, is an expression of thanks.
In our simple yet meaningful tradition, this is our way to demonstrate to our service member that we grasp the nature, worth, quality and significance of the duty of the military junior staff. At our luncheon, however, it is customary for the officers to serve the non-commissioned members. It has also become a SKNDF tradition that the Honorable Prime Minister or the Minister with the responsibility for national security to serve the first meal to the sailor or soldier whom has excelled throughout the year, or one of whom the commander choosing who has done some exceptional task or who has saved the SKNDF a considerable amount of funds by their initiative or action.
Prime Minister Drew pledged the government's commitment to the security forces and thanked the soldiers for their service. He also announced some decisions that have been made following the discussions with the Security Board.
I assure you, your courage, dedication, discipline, and professionalism have earned our deepest gratitude and pride. Just as your commitment to our country is steadfast, so in return we owe you the same deep commitment and unwavering support. We ensured that the entrance pay scale for the Defence Force recruits approach that as much as possible as those who serve in the police. We have made that adjustment to you, so you should see an increase in that. Secondly, we have decided that your gym must be completed. And I'm hoping that the Lieutenant Colonel have already gotten his money. Correct? Yes. Yes, he has gotten the money already. Yes.
Following the brief ceremony, Prime Minister Drew served lunch to the soldiers. Corporal Brown DV of Alpha Company has been named Soldier of the Year 2022, and Lance Corporal Fredericks of the Coast Guard Unit has been adjudged Sailor of the Year 2022. Can Miss It and the Cowbell were named top favorites in the Soca Monarch competition for Sugar Mass 51 after a fierce competition on Wednesday. Mervyn Thompson tells us more.
After a night of performances by contenders for the Soca Monarch titles,
Give it up for Mr. Batman! Give it up for
are the winners. The 16 performers were judged for their music and performance worth 30 points each, lyrics worth 25 points, and crowd response worth 15 points. There were 5 judges. Top placers in the groovy segment were Monarch, Mr. Bagnall with 240 points, Can't Miss It,
because I can't be saved. I'm early morning, I'm sweating. Alright, sing out, can't.
First runner-up, Mr. Hype with Thief,
This as a cook, they calling me criminal. All I hear is Mr. Hype keeping all the time. It's like I don't have no luck.
he amassed 235 points, and the second runner-up, Tubap, with Festival Love amassing 234 points.
The festival. I love the carnival. I love the pretty girl wine is shaking up you. Love the festival.
Top placers in the power segment were Monarch Statics with the Cowbell amassing 250 points.
I say I read it, man, I read it. If you take that's a cowbell. You see that? Hey, beat the cowbell. Beat the cowbell.
First runner-up, Mr. Bagnall, the Stage, gaining 241 points.
Jump and wave on it. The stage. Grab a girl on it. The stage. Start to push on it. The stage.
And T-Bones, Home on the Street, with 223 points, was second runner-up.
We going back on the street.
For the past 2 years, we took a back seat.
We going back.
Follow me. Wanna come so?
ZIZ Sparta, Blade, KO, Genesis, and Molly Media and T-Bone were the other contenders for the Groovy Crown, while Genesis, Blade, Molly Media, Ketty Dan, and Mr. Hype were contenders for the Power Crown. For ZIZ News, I'm Mervyn Thompson.
On Wednesday, St. Kitts welcomed the cruise vessel Silver Dawn to its shores for the first time. According to a statement from the Tourism Authority, Silver Dawn provides a new world of luxury within the cruise arena, sporting sumptuous suites and outstanding itineraries, coupled with cutting-edge design and technology. The vessel has a guest capacity of 596 cruise passengers and 411 crew members. Silver Dawn is the third ship in Silver Sea Cruises Muse class. Minister of Tourism, Honorable Masha Henderson, was quoted as saying, "Today it is my honor to welcome the luxury cruise vessel Silver Dawn to St. Kitts. Luxury cruise vessels adding St. Kitts to their cruise itineraries is a testament to our commitment to cultivating, preserving, and developing a unique tourism product. St. Kitts continues to experience rich cruise activity as the season progresses." Ticketing for marijuana offenses is expected to increase for persons smoking in public places, especially during the Christmas and Carnival seasons. This was highlighted by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs, Honorable Garth Wilkin, during his budget presentation on December 19. He said while it is legal to possess a certain quantity of marijuana, he cleared up the misconception as it relates to smoking marijuana in public.
You are not allowed to smoke in public. If you are caught smoking marijuana in public, you will get a ticket of $1,000 and the marijuana, ganja, cannabis will be confiscated by the police. I want people to know this because Carnival is upon us. The smoke is injuring people. There are many asthmatic people in our federation. And simply many people just do not want to smell marijuana, which takes over the scent of your whole body while they're enjoying themselves in public.
Attorney General Wilkin explained the laws of St. Kitts and Nevis with respect to smoking.
Our law provides for you to smoke in the privacy of your home. It is your constitutional right to do so. But when you come into the public domain, I implore you, young men, young women, smokers, do not smoke marijuana in public during carnival. The police will confiscate your blunt and you will be given a $1,000 ticket, because we are a nation of laws, and that is the law in this nation. It is not my law, it is the law of the country, and we must be a country that abides by our laws. So if you want to smoke and get your high or whatever you get from marijuana, do it in the privacy of your home before you go out.
The Drugs Act was enacted in July 2019. The Act states that, quote, a person found smoking cannabis or cannabis resin in any public place, not including a registered place of worship of the Rastafarian faith or any place authorized by this Act, and any regulations made under this Act, shall be issued with a fixed penalty notice for $1,000, or in default of payment, shall be liable to up to 20 hours of community service, or in default to a term of 5 days imprisonment, end quote. After the break, MSR Media buys Ocean Terrace Inn and Cape Air service to return to Nevis in February. Stay with us.
Flow, jingle all the way home to flow. Where the speed is faster and price is better. All the way home to flow. Merry connections that bring us together, yeah.
Christmas starts the moment you go postpaid with Flow, because when you do, you get a free smartphone. Plus, you get 20 gigabytes of data, unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube, and 4,000 local minutes.
All the way home to flow.
Fresh Look Paint and Tiles sale. Give your home a fresh look with a fresh coat of paint and a fresh set of tiles. From Horswood's Building and Nevis Center's 25% off Fresh Look Paint and Tiles sales event. Yes, come to Horswood's Building and Nevis Centers today and get fresh savings of 25% off all paints and tiles store-wide. Come and give your home a fresh new look with fresh savings and fresh new colors. Fresh new piles of tiles in all styles with a fresh 25% off store-wide on all paints and tiles at Horswood's Building and Nevis Center. Give your home a fresh start with a fresh new look with fresh new colors, fresh new piles of tiles in all styles, and fresh quality paint at Horswood's Building and Nevis Center. Fresh Look 25% off paints and tiles sales event. See store for details.
It's the most festive and wonderful time of the year. Get all you ever wanted this Christmas with the best loan offers on the market from National Bank. Enjoy unsecured loans. Enjoy unbeatable low interest rates. Enjoy attractive repayment terms and chances to win lots and lots of prizes. Let National Bank help you to make millions of lasting moments. National Bank, always here. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Earlier this week, MSR Media producer Philippe Martinez announced the acquisition of the Ocean Terrace Inn Hotel in Bastille. According to a statement, the Oceanfront Boutique Hotel will be renamed MSR Hotels St. Kitts as the company continues to expand and build infrastructure for its film development operations in the Federation. This also marks the first hotel acquisition for MSR Media, with plans to develop a hotel chain in the Caribbean. The deal was negotiated with Earl Kelly, chairman and CEO of TDC, former owners of the hotel. Martinez commented, quote, "We have a long-term investment plan in the Federation and are extremely pleased to complete the purchase of the Ocean Terrace Inn Hotel with Earl and the wonderful team at TDC. Our beautiful new boutique hotel, MSR Hotels St. Kitts, will offer an exciting hub of creativity for our clients and film partners, will be enjoyed by tourists exploring the island's gorgeous beaches, and will also create new jobs and career opportunities in the Federation. We want to thank the government for their dedication and support to help make this happen," end quote. Mr. Kelly was quoted as saying, quote, "We are very pleased to have finally successfully executed this deal for MSR Hotels and Company to acquire the OTI Hotel and in the process create a home for MSR Media, which is doing a great job in establishing our federation as a location for filmmaking in the Caribbean." Since coming to the Federation a year and a half ago, MSR Media has produced a number of films. The romantic comedy Christmas in the Caribbean, starring Elizabeth Hurley, Caroline Quinton, Natalie Cox, Eduardo Costa, Hedda Katz, Downtown Julie Brown, and Rafael Emmanuel Martinez, recently premiered at Caribbean Cinemas. Premier Honorable Mark Brantley, Minister of Tourism in the Nevis Island Administration, has welcomed the news that Cape Air will once again be providing airlift to the island of Nevis. Cape Air announced on December 19th that the airline would provide Nevis with air access to major United States airline flights via a convenient connection at St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. A release from the airline stated, beginning on February 15th, 2023, one daily flight and two flights on Sundays will operate between St. Thomas's Cyril E. King Airport and the Vance Amory International Airport in Nevis. Responding to the announcement by Cape Air, Premier Brantley said, "We welcome Cape Air back to Nevis on this new route. With Cape Air's interline agreements with JetBlue, Delta, American Airlines, and United Airlines, this route affords passengers to Nevis a viable alternative from various parts of the United States, as well as providing a welcomed connection for our people traveling between the U.S. Virgin Islands and Nevis. This daily service weekdays and twice daily service on Sundays should assist us in providing greater access to Nevis. The NIA is also negotiating with regional airline Win Air to re-establish the St. Martin-Nevis connection. The Premier had informed that the government is quite close in discussions with the carrier, noting that the demand on St. Martin-Nevis corridor is quite high. Staff at the Solid Waste Management Corporation will enjoy greater benefits and support as the government pushes ahead with the transformation of St. Kitts and Nevis into a sustainable small island developing state. During the budget debate on Monday, Minister of Sustainable Development and Environment, Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, said that questionable financial decisions made over the past 7 years have undermined the stability of the corporation. Additionally, several issues among staff created an atmosphere of fighting and distrust that left employees feeling diminished and unappreciated. She questioned the fairness of having loaders working on garbage trucks without adequate occupational health and safety or working on the weekends without getting paid.
But thankfully, our Minister of Finance and Prime Minister stepped in and the instruction was clear. Pay the people when they work. And we've done that. Improve the conditions for the workers, and we have done that. And we will continue supporting SWMC.
To highlight the value of SWMC garbage collectors to national development, Dr. Clark noted key policies of the government to increase food production, expand water storage capacity, and attract larger numbers of tourists.
If those workers don't get up at 4 a.m. and turn the engine for that truck and take up the garbage, nothing matters. The water will be dirty, the food will be contaminated, and the tourists will not come. So we will be prioritizing solid waste.
She added that taking care of the workers helps to ensure that the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis remains clean. Coming up in regional news, Venezuelan government denounces new attacks